everybody, Dacob here. Welcome to the Fashion Bunker. I have a couple of questions to answer to you guys because it's been a while. So it's a sort of channel talk, I guess. Yes, so grab the tea, grab the drinks if you're of age, or the Coca-Colas or the waters, and let's get to it, shall we? So first and foremost, thank you all for commenting and always writing so much and asking and exchanging with me your stories and your truths and your beliefs and everything, really. It's been an amazing, incredible journey, especially in the comment section, because you really understood my approach to comments, because I guess, unfortunately, I am one of those rare YouTubers that really answers every freaking comment, unless they're extremely nasty and bad, in which case they get deleted. What I wanted to say is, for the lovely comments, and 99.999% of the comments are lovely and amazing comments, I always answer. And I think that community can only grow if there is interaction and communication, because without communication, there is no growth. I don't understand why would anybody make a YouTube channel without ever communicating with the viewers, with the subscribers, with the people that ask questions. Like, I ask myself, how do these YouTubers, what do they just like do other things? They just don't give a fuck? Do they just monologue all the time, make their videos, just spit out into the world whatever they want to say, and then they just disappear and the comment sections don't exist? I wonder, like, how do they read the comments? Do they at all care for the do they care what the people that watch their videos really think? I have my doubts about that, to be honest with you. Anyway, I have a super interesting question. Here, I found it. Okay. So, Adam Stevenson. How are you, Adam, sweetie? How do you find your style? Was there a journey towards this? I think it's a really interesting topic, especially when you're not a one-size-fits-all kind of person. Now, I don't understand if you mean that you're not a one-size-fits-all kind of person, or do you want to say that I'm not a one-size-fits-all kind of person? Are you implying that I cannot fit smaller sizes or bigger sizes, or what's the implication here? But I'll just, whatever. You can comment in the comment section down below what you really meant by that last part. But the first part about how to find style, or how I found my style, what can I say? I haven't, Adam. I'm evolving. It's still a research, and I think that's what makes it so fascinating to me, is constantly keeping a certain level of enthusiasm towards life and towards things. I mean, you know, a lot of people say everything has already been done before, everything has already been created before, shown before, and so it's hard to be surprised anymore nowadays, especially for somebody like me who has really studied and researched a lot. So I've been there, done that, been around the block several times, and yes, it is hard to surprise me, but I really struggle and fight to keep as much of me as possible still open for surprises, you know, still kind of naive, to have that childlike passion for certain things that might appear simple and maybe even futile to most. To me, they appear to be extremely important and necessary and eye-opening and mind-opening. So that's kind of the fundamental key to understand for myself how my journey through style or fashion, or, well, let's say style, because Coco would say, no, fashion goes out of fashion, style remains in style. I think I have a sort of, and this is something you either have or you don't have. It's really hard to learn. Like, you need to have a feeling for proportions and how to combine things. So let's say styling in a way is something that comes super natural to me. My eye immediately tells me what is off, what is wrong, what's off in the proportions, which color should leave, which cut or shape should leave the picture frame completely, or which picture frame needs to be changed or completely deleted in some cases. And everything in between, the proportions in between, let's say shoulder pads, yes or no, lipstick, yes or no, just eyeliner, just lip liner, absence of it, whether it be an Apapita, whatever jacket, to something from Burlington, or should it be a Chanel? Should it be Y3? Should it be Supreme? Should it be the new Yeezy collection? Well, it can be all of that or none. You could also combine all of that, but always stay true to what and who you are. I think that's also fundamental. And I think in my case, if I am to, I don't know, when I go shopping, I don't really go hunting for something I'm not aware of. I usually am very specific about what I want. I go and hunt that down. I get very tired if I walk from store to store, like a lot of people love to do. I can't. I'm not the type of person who just walks and discovers things as they go along from store to store. I do a lot of research online within the Fashion Bunker, and I kind of hunt down the pieces that I love, but I don't do a lot of that research on the go, on the streets, in the stores. Very, very rarely do I do that, and it makes me extremely tired too. I get tired very easily of that, like physically tired. So because I'm the type of person that absorbs so much information. I'm like a sponge. I'm like a constant sponge. So that's why also I need this clear space around me, because I always need to have clarity, because the second things start filling up, I get so many impressions and my mind is constantly working, sorting out impressions, and that tires me a lot. So if I'm on the street for a long period of time, if I'm in stores for a long period of time, I get very tired because my mind can't stop, it can't turn off, it can't take a break and relax for a bit, but it keeps sorting things out. It keeps placing things in positions, changing them like a puzzle piece, and it drives me crazy. So perhaps that also helps me simplify things, and perhaps that explains a bit more to you guys how I tick and function. Also within the videos that I make, I kind of tend to simplify them, try to make as much as possible, talk about one topic per video to make it very clear what it is, also so it's more accessible in the future to people. If they're looking for one specific topic, they could find it within one specific video and not finding 50,000 different topics within one video. That's also part of my style. I like to keep that clarity, that structure there, even though I love to combine different brands together. I can see a linear structure, like a line going through different styles, as long as they match my mood that day, as long as they match my interest of that period or of that particular day. And so that's also the reason why at the beginning of the answer of my question to you, Adam, it was I don't have a style, it's still evolving, but I do have a sense of proportions and aesthetics. And aesthetics don't change throughout the decades and the centuries. Yes, there's a different approach to gold or no gold, opulence, no opulence, simplicity, complexity, but it stays more or less the same throughout that various and varied framing of it. So yeah, I hope I kind of answered the question, and about the not being the one size fits all kind of person. I guess I'm more than that. I'm a one style doesn't fit all type of person. There's also different styles, and I think it's good to approach them as all potentially styles for you. Same goes for fragrances. Okay, I prefer the Chanel fragrances to all the others, but still there's like 30, 40, 50 different Chanel fragrances, and I love most of them, really. And even though some of them are really different from one another, I still find moments in time in my life, in my mood, and in the weather, or whatever it is, that makes me feel like I need to wear that particular thing that day. And I never thought of wearing it the day before or the day after, but in that day, in that moment, I wish to wear that particular fragrance, or that particular jacket, or like today, this particular shirt with this particular hat. Don't ask me why I combined them. I let things flow. It's like all in the moment, I don't really prepare too much in advance. I make something in the moment when I have to do it, because then it's the freshest, then it's the most close to the surface. There's this movie by John Cassavetes, I advise everybody to watch it. It's called Opening Night. It was made in the 70s, but it has been released in many countries of the world only in the 2000s because it was way ahead of its time and it didn't find anybody to release it back in the day. Could you believe? That's amazing. And Gina Rollins, now who I call Gina, but I've heard she's called Jenna. So Jenna or Gina, I'm sorry, Jenna, that I've been calling all my life Gina. I just prefer Gina Rollins, so whatever. Jenna Rollins. She acted in it. She was married to John. She's the main actress. And the movie opens up with her saying she's kind of like entering midlife or older years. And she's acting in this theater piece, a woman that is dealing with age. But she doesn't want to accept that in the theater piece, even though the actress within the movie says to the writer of the theater piece that she can accept her aging, and she hates that character because she's not like that character. But is she or is she not? Well, you should watch the movie to figure that out. But anyway, the movie begins with her saying, when I was 17, all the emotions were so close to the surface. And now that I'm getting older, I find it more and more difficult to connect to them. It's as if that youthful enthusiasm about life and like just being able to cry just like that and having those emotions right there tickling the surface of your skin, just waiting to erupt outside of you or from within you, out of you, get kind of tend to get buried deeper and deeper inside of you with time. The older you get, the more you become, or the less you allow yourself to feel certain emotions. And you build up these walls and protection mechanisms to not feel certain things as easily or uncontrollably as you would when you are extremely young and unexperienced. And I love that quote. The movie begins with that kind of quote or thing. So when I was 17, emotions were so close to the surface, and now as I'm getting older, I find it more difficult to attach or to feel or to connect to them. And so that's what she says. And since I've watched that movie, I always kind of promised myself to always battle to have those emotions extremely close to my surface all the time. So I am very conscious of it. And I always bounce and play off of that whenever I am to make a decision in my life, whether it be a style decision, a job decision, big or small choice, which perfume to wear on the day or which perfumes or what, who to call, why to call that person, how to prepare, not to prepare for a job interview. There's a lot of different things that I let my emotions decide for me. And till now, knock on wood, and this hard, thick head of mine, which is made of wood, it's worked in my favor because I've always let impulse guide me. Of course, you always have to stay, I always tell myself I have to stay polite to everybody. So by saying that I let the impulse guide me, I don't say that I could just freak out on somebody and explode. I can do that as well, but I didn't mean that. I meant more the other way around. I let what I wish to obtain and achieve guide me in that moment. So what I wish to achieve or what I had wished to achieve yesterday might not be what I wish to achieve today, and it most certainly won't be what I wish to achieve tomorrow, because we all evolve. So guys, actually, this is a super important topic, and I think I'm going to dedicate the whole video to it, so the title will be something related to it. I hope you liked it. I hope this kind of helps you also sort out your lives and needs and meaningfulness or lack of that, because I know when I'm on YouTube, a lot of times I love to kind of hunt down and try to figure out if there's anybody who talks about these topics, but very few people do. I guess a lot of YouTubers don't really open up as much about certain needs or certain ways of dealing with these particular topics, needs, emotions. But I wish to have that communication with you guys. And I also wish to know how you deal with these situations yourself. So, what I always say, the comment sections underneath the video are there for that. I'm there for you all the time. I answer to all of them, and I'm super curious to know how you have dealt with the cards that life has given you. Because it deals as a set of cards every freaking day. Every day you wake up, there's a new set of cards waiting for you, and you got to play it. And if you don't know how to play it, you lose the game. But then you also realize, you ain't losing the game really, because the next day is a new set of cards anyway, whether or not you like it or not. As long as we live, we gotta play the game. We could try to change the rules of the game. That's permitted. But we got to play the game nevertheless. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up on this video if you liked it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And don't forget, no matter how much they judge you for your choices, for your lifestyle, fuck 'em. And never give up on love. See you all soon. Love you. Bye.